He became an actor as a child, and after achieving fame, he stepped into the shadows. He portrayed a superhero, but is notorious in real life for a questionable reputation. This controversial figure is none other than Tobey Maguire.
I'm so excited for you! You're gonna love him!
The Hollywood actor became famous for his role as Spider-Man in the early 2000s trilogy. But did you know he nearly ended up behind bars and even earned the nickname Hannibal Lecter? We'll dive into this and discuss the $100 that played a key role in his life, the condition of his back, and much more.
Okay.
Tobey Maguire. Why the first Spider-Man disappeared from the screen? Tobias Vincent Maguire was born on June 27, 1975, in the coastal California town of Santa Monica. His heritage is a mix of Scottish, Austrian, and Puerto Rican roots. At the time of his birth, his mother, Wendy Brown, had just turned 18, while his father, Vincent Maguire, was 20. His parents weren't married and only made their union official when Tobey turned 2. His mother worked as a secretary and typist, while his father was a cook. Unfortunately, their marriage didn't last long, and after just 2 years of living together, they divorced. This marked the beginning of a nomadic life for Tobey as he moved between different cities across the US. He lived alternately with his mother, father, and other relatives. Due to the constant moves, Tobey never had the chance to form lasting friendships, but he did gain 4 half-brothers and 1 half-sister. Tobey admired his father and even planned to follow in his footsteps to become a chef. After finishing elementary school, he wanted to enroll in home economics classes. However, his mother, hoping for a better future for her son, made him an offer. Having once dreamed of becoming an actress herself, she paid him $100 to join a drama class and study acting instead. For Tobey, who grew up on social welfare, this sum seemed enormous. Interestingly, when Maguire turned 17, financial struggles drove his father to attempt a bank robbery. Thankfully, the robbery failed, and his father was sentenced to just 2 years in prison. Acting lessons soon paid off, and Tobey began landing roles in commercials. By the age of 13, he had started earning his first paychecks and decided to drop out of school to focus on his acting career. He eventually earned his high school diploma at the age of 25. Tobey Maguire made his television debut in 1989 at the age of 14. He appeared in the adventure film The Wizard, where he had a brief, silent role as an unnamed boy. However, his part was so minor that he wasn't even credited. In the early 1990s, Maguire appeared in several TV shows, including General Hospital. He also landed the lead role in the series Great Scott. But the show failed to gain popularity and didn't bring him the recognition he had hoped for. Around the same time, another young actor was starting to make a name for himself, Leonardo DiCaprio. The two met at an audition and developed a strong friendship, which remains intact to this day. Tobey and Leo made a pact to help each other out in the film industry, and they've kept that promise. In 1993, both auditioned for the lead role in the drama This Boy's Life. The filmmakers chose DiCaprio for the part, but Leo insisted that Tobey also be cast. As a result, Maguire landed the role of Chuck Bolger, a friend of the main character.
No, but you're gonna own one, right?
Yeah.
Go down to drugstore, pick it up.
I'm gonna move down to Seattle. I'm gonna get a job at Bendix, and then I'll be driving to work in my vet every day.
That same year, Tobey began dating actress Sarah Gilbert. However, the relationship ended after a few years, and later, Sarah came out as gay in 2010. In 1994, Tobey appeared in the TV show Walker, Texas Ranger, and in several low-profile films. Around this time, he led a wild lifestyle, abusing alcohol and drugs. his substance abuse issues became so severe that he couldn't complete filming for the drama Empire Records, leading to all of his scenes being cut. Seeking help, Tobey joined Alcoholics Anonymous and has maintained sobriety ever since. Meanwhile, he continued to build his acting portfolio, appearing in a few more TV series. In 1997, he had roles in the comedy Deconstructing Harry as Harvey, a character in the protagonist's book, the thriller Joyride as Motel Clerk Jay, and the drama The Ice Storm, where he portrayed Paul, the son of the main characters dealing with a family crisis. During this period, Tobey also began a relationship with actress Rashida Jones. The couple quickly grew close, and Maguire even proposed to her. However, after 3 years together, they unexpectedly broke off their engagement. In 1998, Tobey Maguire took on the role of a hitchhiker in the cult classic Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and also starred in the sci-fi comedy Pleasantville. In Pleasantville, Maguire played David Wagner, a socially awkward young man who escapes reality by watching an old black and white TV show, only to find himself transported into the show as a character.
Are we in that episode?
What?
Oh, I don't believe this.
What's the matter?
You want to ask her out tonight, right? And then you want to give her your school pin.
Yeah. How do you know?
The film was shot in a unique style, starting in black and white before gradually transitioning to color. Pleasantville was well received by critics and won several prestigious awards. Maguire himself earned a Saturn Award for Best Young Actor. In 1999, Tobey appeared in the war drama Ride with the Devil and the romantic drama The Cider House Rules, where he starred alongside Charlize Theron and Paul Rudd.
And what did she die of exactly?
She was torn apart. She died of a broken heart.
Oh. Well, I need a better medical explanation.
The following year, Maguire played James, a college student, in the comedy drama Wonder Boys. Although the film received positive critical reviews, it was a box office flop. In 2001, the indie drama Don's Plum was released, which featured both Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio.
I mean, I believe I'm here for some kind of purpose or some shit, but the more I think about it, the more fucked up I get, so why bother?
The film had been shot in the mid-90s and was originally intended to be a short film. The entire shoot took just 2 days, with the actors improvising most of their scenes and receiving only symbolic pay. However, the project was eventually presented as a full-length feature, incorporating many blooper scenes. This upset both DiCaprio and Maguire, who filed a lawsuit to block the film's release. Despite their efforts, the film's director eventually acquired the rights and released it several years later. Around the same time, Maguire was initially cast in the crime thriller Training Day. He trained with police officers, learned how to handle firearms, and even bulked up for the role. However, the part was later given to another actor. In 2002, the premiere of the sci-fi action film SpiderMan took place, with Tobey Maguire playing Peter Parker, an ordinary high school student who transforms into the superhero Spider-Man.
Headline? Spider-Man, hero or menace? Exclusive Daily Bugle photos.
Menace. He was protecting that armored
I'll tell you
car
what,
from those-
Atticus, you take the pictures, I'll make up the headlines, okay? All right? That okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Goody.
Many actors, including Leonardo DiCaprio and Heath Ledger, were considered for the role, but the film's director insisted on casting Tobey. According to the actor, the director made his decision after Tobey bared his torso during the audition, which was deemed perfect for the character, thanks to the training Maguire had done for a previous project that didn't pan out. Interestingly, Maguire admitted that he had never read any Spider-Man comics, but agreed to take on the role because he liked the script. To prepare for the film, Tobey followed a strict diet for 5 months, studied arachnids at a scientific institute, took lessons in martial arts and yoga, and even learned rock climbing. all while dealing with a significant fear of heights. One of the most challenging scenes for Maguire was the famous upside-down kiss between Spider-Man and Mary Jane. The scene was filmed at 5 a.m., with Tobey hanging upside down for an extended period. To make matters worse, it was shot in the rain and the water mixed with milk, which kept getting into his nose, making it hard to breathe. Other scenes in the Spider-Man suit were also tough, as the suit was so tight that the zippers would often break. The costume designers had to sew the suit onto him while he was wearing it. The movie was a massive success. After its premiere, Tobey Maguire woke up to global fame, admitting that he initially struggled with the sudden attention from fans and paparazzi. At the time, the film set a record by grossing over $100 million in its first 3 days. Its total box office earnings exceeded $800 million. Maguire earned a salary of $4 million for his role, a huge sum for him at the time. Additionally, Tobey won the Best Kiss Award from MTV alongside his co-star Kirsten Dunst. Interestingly, during filming, Tobey and Kirsten started a romantic relationship.
It's my girlfriend.
Though they broke up a year later, remaining friends. Afterward, rumors circulated about a possible romance between Tobey and actress Demi Moore, though neither of them confirmed this. In 2003, Maguire starred in the historical drama Biscuit, based on real events from the 1930s during the Great Depression in America. He portrayed a jockey who is slowly going blind. To immerse himself in the role, Tobey lost about 20 pounds.
How far do you want me to take him?
Charlie stops.
Okay. That seems like a pretty good ride.
During filming, Maguire suffered a serious back injury. The film was well received by critics and earned 7 Oscar nominations. Tobey's salary for the film reached an impressive $12.5 million. In the same year, Maguire began dating jewelry designer Jennifer Meyer, the daughter of Universal Studios executive Ron Meyer. In 2004, the actor starred in the sequel Spider-Man 2.
I'm Spider-Man, but I'm losing my powers. I'm climbing a wall, but I keep falling.
So you're Spider-Man?
In my dream.
His participation in the project was in doubt due to a previous back injury. Tobey refused to perform stunts and demanded a huge salary, which led to a conflict with the studio. At the time, there was even a joke in the media that his back pain had caused his brain to shrink as his demands were sky high. The role of the superhero was nearly given to Jake Gyllenhaal, but Tobey eventually agreed to return and publicly apologized. Maguire received a career-high salary of $17.5 million, plus 5% of the box office gross, and after the film's premiere, he was awarded the Saturn Award. Interestingly, in the movie, the 2 boys who returned Spider-Man's mask to him on the train are Tobey's half-brothers. In 2006, Maguire appeared in the war thriller The Good German, playing Tully, a U.S. Army soldier. That same year, his girlfriend gave birth to their daughter, Ruby Sweetheart. A year later, the couple formalized their relationship. The private wedding ceremony took place in Hawaii, attended by only close family and friends. In 2007, the superhero franchise Spider-Man 3 was released.
I need your help. Can't take them both. Not by myself.
You don't deserve my help.
Working with Maguire was a real challenge for the crew. Due to his back problems, he agreed to film only under the condition that his personal doctor was always present. Rumor has it that before each scene, they even had to measure the number of steps Tobey would take in front of the camera to ensure his safety. After the filming, Maguire gained a reputation as a very demanding person who was difficult to work with. Some colleagues, such as James Franco and Charlize Theron, commented on his challenging character. Maguire's salary for Spider-Man 3 was $15 million, plus 7.5% of the box office gross, a fourth movie was planned. The actor's agents negotiated his fee and comfortable working conditions that would allow him to spend time with his family, but the production was canceled due to creative differences between the director and the writers. Maguire then played one of the lead roles in the Thriller Brothers alongside Jake Gyllenhaal. Interestingly, fans often confuse the two actors. Once, Tobey was even mistaken for Elijah Wood and asked for an autograph. Not wanting to disappoint the fan, he signed as Elijah. Initially, it was planned that Jake Gyllenhaal would play Sam and Maguire would play Tommy in Brothers. However, the director decided that Tobey wouldn't convincingly portray the antagonist, so the actors switched roles.
Suffered! He suffered because of you! And what have you done to my house and my kids, Grace? You're my brother!
The film received positive reviews from critics and numerous nominations. Tobey was even nominated for a Golden Globe. In 2009, his wife gave birth to their son, Otis Tobias. Maguire is known to be a wonderful father who loves taking care of his children. In the following years, Maguire took on notable roles, including the dramatic thriller Labor Day and the drama The Great Gatsby, where he played the narrator and the protagonist's friend.
Jay! They're a rotten crowd. You're worth the whole damn bunch put together.
It was Leonardo DiCaprio who invited Tobey to join the project, and he even made Maguire watch a 7-hour play adaptation of the novel and read the book in preparation for the role. Interestingly, Maguire's character in the film struggles with alcoholism, something Tobey himself has personal experience with. However, alcoholism isn't his only passion. Tobey is also a skilled poker player, having learned from professionals. For nearly 20 years, he has participated in major tournaments, winning $95,500 in his first one. Rumors even circulated that he once won as much as $10 million. To satisfy his love for gambling, Maguire often hosted private high-stakes poker games with his celebrity friends, including Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck. In 2011, Tobey, along with these actors, came under FBI scrutiny and became a witness in an investigation into illegal gambling. There were even reports of Maguire being arrested. During a Beverly Hills poker game, Tobey won over $300,000 in a match against Bradley Ruderman, a hedge fund manager involved in a Ponzi scheme. Later, Tobey was sued because the money he won had been stolen from Ruderman's investors, and Maguire had to return the winnings to the victims. Maguire's reputation took another hit with these events. Many believe that the character Player X, played by Michael Cera in the film Molly's Game, is based on Tobey. In the book on which the film is based, author Molly Bloom even refers to Maguire as Hannibal Lecter, criticizing his stinginess and rudeness. By the way, it's rumored that Tobey won over $30 million at these underground games. In 2014, Maguire starred in the series Babylon and in the thriller Pawn Sacrifice, where he played the lead role.
People think there are all these options, but there's usually one right move. Of course, in the end, there's no place to go.
The film is a biographical drama about American chess grandmaster Bobby Fischer. To convincingly portray the role, Maguire wore contact lenses, which are noticeable in close-up shots. His performance was praised by critics, although the film itself was a box office flop. Later, Maguire lent his voice to the animated film The Boss Baby, where he voiced the character of the older Tim. However, by the end of 2016, it was announced that Tobey and his wife were divorcing. Jennifer initiated the separation, though the couple kept the reasons private. According to one theory, the issues in their marriage stemmed from Tobey's gambling addiction. Another rumor suggested that infidelity was the cause, with speculation that Maguire had rekindled his romance with his former girlfriend, Demi Moore. Not long after, Tobey was spotted with a young brunette, kissing her as they left a bar. In 2017, Tobey and his wife Jennifer were seen together at several public events, often showing affection. A year later, Tobey supported Jennifer when she launched her new jewelry collection. Fans began hoping for a reconciliation, but it wasn't meant to be. Jennifer stayed firm in her decision, and their divorce was finalized in 2020. Close friends of the couple admitted that the split was inevitable, as the two were very different. Tobey is introverted and prefers to stay home, while Jennifer is outgoing and enjoys socializing. Despite their separation, the ex-couple maintained a warm relationship, continuing to support each other and co-parent their children. In 2018, Tobey began dating model Tatiana Diedemann, whom he met at a party hosted by Leonardo DiCaprio. Their relationship grew serious, and Tobey even introduced Tatiana to his children. According to his friends, both his daughter and son liked Tatiana, and they even went on vacation together. However, after 3 years, the couple broke up. Since then, Tobey has been spotted with several different women, but he has kept details of his personal life private. In 2021, Tobey reprised his role as Spider-Man in the sci-fi action film Spider-Man: No Way Home, playing the original Spider-Man once again.
Wait, so you're Spider-Man too? Why didn't you just say that?
I generally don't go around advertising it. Kind of defeats the whole anonymous superhero thing.
That's what he just said.
Reports suggest he earned $1 million for the role. A humorous moment in the film references Tobey's real-life back issues, which had caused friction between him and the studio during the making of Spider-Man 2. In a playful scene, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man cracks Tobey's character's back to help him continue fighting in the final battle. Interestingly, a newly discovered species of spider in southern Iran was named after Maguire by arachnologists. In 2022, Tobey appeared in the drama Babylon, which tells the story of Hollywood's golden age.
The world's most fearless warrior. I know just the guy to play him. You just build the movie around him. He's sensational.
Yes?
In 2023, Maguire starred in the detective series Extrapolations, but there haven't been any new projects since. He acts less frequently than his peers, citing his selectiveness in choosing roles. There are rumors that he may star in the upcoming drama The Crusaders, though the release date remains uncertain. Tobey Maguire is also known for his work as a producer. In 2012, he founded his own production company, Material Pictures. He has produced over 20 films, including Biscuit and Babylon, in which he also starred. As of today, Maguire's net worth is estimated at $75 million. He rarely appears in advertisements, though in 2011, he was the face of Prada's fall-winter collection. As a child, he was featured in commercials for the Atari gaming console, Twister Juice, McDonald's, and Doritos. In his free time, Tobey enjoys yoga, playing chess, and cooking. Since 1992, he has been a vegetarian, and in 2009, he became a vegan. In fact, in 2002, PETA named him the sexiest vegetarian in the world. He also refuses to wear leather or fur, and admits that he's indifferent to designer brands, prioritizing comfort over luxury. Maguire owns several properties. In 2014, he purchased an estate in Los Angeles for $8.45 million. The 6,318 square feet home features 6 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, a modern kitchen, cozy dining rooms, and spacious living areas with access to a terrace. Surrounded by lush greenery, the property also includes a pool with a relaxation area, a gazebo, and a mysterious Buddhist relic. Less than a year later, he listed the property for $10.25 million. In 2017, Maguire bought a 3,261 square feet mansion in West Hollywood for $3.4 million, which he put up for sale 3 years later for $4.2 million. That same year, he purchased a mansion in Brentwood, Los Angeles for $13 million. In 2019, he acquired another nearby property for $6.9 million. The 3,519 square feet home boasts 4 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, and numerous spacious and bright rooms. The house features panoramic windows, glass sliding doors, and a sleek modern design. The grounds include a luxurious garden and a pool with a relaxation area. Previously, Maguire owned a Spanish-style estate in Santa Monica, where he lived with his ex-wife, but sold it in 2016 for $3 million. Additionally, he owns a 43,055 square feet plot of land in Brentwood, purchased in 2017 for $10 million. He listed it for sale a year later for $14 million, eventually reducing the price to $11 million. Maguire's car collection isn't particularly large and includes a Tesla Model X, valued at $105,000, a Tesla Model S, $95,000, and a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, $70,000. Tobey Maguire can't be called a big spender. His experience with poverty during childhood still influences him today, which is why he spends his money carefully and makes thoughtful investments. This is partly why he devotes more time to producing than acting, because it's more profitable. Interestingly, his mother is also quite resourceful. In 2009, she launched a reality show about their family with one of Tobey's younger brothers, though Tobey himself didn't participate. In general, he leads a private life and rarely attends social events, except for charity functions. Today, Maguire appears on screen less frequently, but he remains beloved by millions. He will forever be remembered as the first Spider-Man, and many still consider Tobey to be the best actor to play the role.
This is something else.
Do you agree with that opinion?